Hey, this is Phil, and I have yet another Napoleon Hill story from Think and Grow Rich that's very instructive. In the chapter on imagination, there's a subchapter called How to Make Practical Use of the Imagination. And the story starts, it's in a southern town in the 19th century or so, and a doctor pulls up behind a drugstore, and he has an old kettle with a wooden paddle. And he comes inside and begins to dicker with the clerk who's on duty in the drugstore, and winds up selling the kettle and the paddle and a little piece of paper that had a secret formula on it to the clerk for $500. Now the $500 was a windfall for the doctor, who used it to go into semi-retirement and pay off some debts. It wiped out the clerk's name, who, by the way, is Asa Candler, and I'm sure not too many people have heard of him. It wiped out his savings, but Asa Candler had an idea. So out of the paddle and the iron kettle and the secret formula, a drink was created. And this drink had worldwide applications because it was Coca-Cola. Now, this meant a fortune worldwide, just this discovery. Distributors of the drink became wealthy, and many were employed as a result. The sugar industry blossomed and mushroomed as a result of this as well. Glass workers who manufactured bottles for the Coke, employment was created there. Income was forthcoming for advertisers who would advertise the product worldwide. And then it was one business which, during the Depression in the 30s, did maintain some employment for individuals, in spite of the fact that there were thousands and thousands of people who were unemployed at the time. Now, I just wanted to mention that I think it's important to keep this discovery of the Coca-Cola in a historical context, as opposed to evaluating it on recent health and nutritional findings. The story in itself, regardless of those findings, is still very instructive, because basically it starts with an idea, which I'm going to mention in a minute. But as an aside, I think it's kind of interesting that Hill met his wife, who was not his wife at that time, in this southern town, and in fact proposed to her over a beverage they were drinking, which was Coca-Cola. And Hill also mentions in the chapter that he, at times, to keep himself awake and creative, does drink and did drink Coca-Cola because it was not intoxicating. So, fascinating story. Hill ends the chapter with a few words that I think are important, and I'd like to read it to you. The words Coca-Cola and its vast empire of wealth and influence grew out of a single idea, and that the mysterious ingredient that the drug clerk Asa Candler mixed with the secret formula was actually imagination. Truly, thoughts are things, and their scope of operation is the world itself. So fascinating stuff. And I would like to invite you to accompany me on my journey, which is one of empowering people to become financially free. If you're interested in accompanying me on this journey, you can click the link below and get some information on my prosperity team and our journey. And there's also some information below on a daily mindset call that I invite you as well to participate in. And this is the Think and Grow Rich Daily Mindset Call, which every morning during the week, over 400 entrepreneurs participate worldwide who are studying and practicing the thought of Think and Grow Rich as written by Napoleon Hill. So until next time, I'd like to wish you have a happy day and see you at the next story. Bye.